Okay, so now we come to the last part of the last example for chain rule, example 12, which is also considered as the last part of video for our today's asynchronous lecture. Okay, so example 12 here, we still with examples for chain rule, but if you have a look at these examples, A until E here, the functions becomes more complicated. All right, so if you notice, we have quite a number of examples we discuss in this chapter, in this subtopic chain rule, because there are variety of functions that we can solve using chain rule method. And in fact, this chain rule is very useful for you to use not only in chapter 3 derivative, but in other coming topics for this subject, and also later if you study engineering maths 2 or in other subjects, you may use this chain rule. So that's why I try my best to put as many examples to discuss with you today. Okay, so we discuss first example A here. Example A here, y equals to sine 4 cos z. Okay, y equals to sine 4 cos z. So if you look at this function, okay, first thing I want to highlight here is variable is no more x, it's z. So means that we finding the derivative dy over dz. So the derivative as usual, we can start from the left. Okay, tengok daripada kiri dia. First what you find, you jumpa apa dulu? You jumpa sine. So jumpa sine, jangan buang masa, differentiate sine dapat cos. Whatever inside here, we copy. Tulis je whatever. Okay, orang Kelantan kata gajah rimah, letak je dalam ni. Okay, and then here dz of gajah rimah tadi jangan lupa nak differentiate. So 4 cos z. Okay, so when we differentiate this part, okay, so what we will have is, okay, copy balik cos 4 cos z. Okay, the derivative of this will give you 4 ni is a constant. So multiply with 4, carry along. Cos z differentiate, you will get negative sine z. That's it. Okay. Tapi jangan sekali-kali tadi lupa nak cakap. 4 ni you tak boleh nak buat, since I said that 4 is a constant, you may bring it out. You don't have to differentiate. You can letak kat luar tak. Okay. You tak boleh nak letak, jadikan dia 4 sin cos z pula. Because dia ni inseparable. Dia tak boleh nak dipisahkan because this belongs to the angle for z. Okay class. So maksudnya kat sini the final answer for A is negative 4 ni saya letak kat depan. Yang ni tak apalah sebab dia multiply. Negative 4 cos z sin z. Okay, multiply kat sini. Ni. Yang ni bukan multiply pula. Ni bukan cos multiply for 4 cos z. Okay, so this is our final answer for A. Alright, so now we move to B. Okay, so for B here, kalau you tengok function B ni, y equal to cos power of 4, 7 x power of 3. So power ni belongs to the whole function. So you may rewrite the function not to get you confused as everything to the power of 4. Okay, so from here you will get dy over dx equals to 4 times with, copy gajah rimah saya cakap tadi tu, cos 7x power of 3, everything to the power of 3, then differentiate whatever inside that you just copied tadi. So d dx of cos 7x power of 3. Nampak tak? Okay, so now saya nak differentiate d dx of cos 7 x power of 3 ni. Saya nak suruh you all nampak. So kita copy je balik jawapan yang kita ada tadi, cos 7x power of 3 here, d dx, jumpa cos, you dapat apa? Negative sin. Right? Darab dengan negative sin. of apa? Copy je 7x power of 3 dan jangan lupa differentiate whatever inside here. Okay, differentiate whatever you have here. So d dx of 7x power of 3. Okay, so maksudnya this is the last part that you are to differentiate. So maknanya kat sini 7x power of 3 ni, okay, 7x power, differentiate 7x power of 3, what you will get? Okay, differentiate 7x power of 3, you will get 21x square, betul tak? Okay, saya tulis je direct macam tu. So 21x square tu saya pergi letak kat depan Negatif ni pun saya letak kat depan. 4 darab dengan 21x square. Yang ni kat yang ni differentiate of this ni. Okay, cos 7x power of 3 everything power of 3 darab dengan sin 7x power of 3. So you may simplify the answer. Final answer you will get negative 84 x power of 2 cos, nak letak cantik-cantik pula 3 ni boleh letak kat tengah macam soalan tadi, 7x power of 3, okay, times with sin, Allah tak nampak pula sin, tulis kat bawah ni, kat sini saya, kat this area I can't write, sin 7x power of 3. So this is our final answer. Okay, alright, so far we have solved A, B. Okay, so now let's proceed to C. Okay, so for C we have y equals to 3x over 4x plus 2 everything to power of 5. Okay, so to differentiate this is involve power rule kan, chain rule for power. So what you have to do, macam biasalah, kuasa tu power ni turun 5 and then whatever inside you just copy 4x plus 2 and the power will reduce by 1, so you get 4 and then we find the derivative d dx for 3x over 4x plus 2. Okay, so yang akan kita differentiate ni adalah what kind of function is this? 3x over 4x plus 2. We have numerator, we have denominator. So maknanya kat sini nilai yang menyebabkan function ni a bit complicated because we have a rational function or quotient. So a rational function, so we need a quotient rule to solve this. Okay, kita tak boleh differentiate 3x bahagi dengan the derivative of 4x plus 2. No, salah kan? We have discussed about that before. So to do this, we use quotient rule. So again, we use u sama dengan 3x. So u prime is equals to 3. Then we have v equals to 4x plus 2. Okay, so we have v equals to 4x plus 2, then v prime is equals to 4. So that's why from here the derivative will become formula dia v u prime minus with u v prime over v square kan. So maknanya the formula will be 4x plus 2 darab dengan u prime is 3 minus with uv prime. Okay, uv prime is 3x times with 4 over v square. V square is 4x plus 2 square. Okay, so dari sini you nampak tak? Okay, you can, ni kita dah solve dah di derivative. Kita dah dapat derivative. Tapi kita boleh simplify lagi. We have 12x. Saya darab masuk 3 times with 4x here. So 12x plus 6 minus with 12x over 4x plus 2 square. So dari sini kita nampak tak? Kita boleh cancel dan cancel yang ni. So we have the derivative of 3x over 4x plus 2 is just 6 over 4x plus 2. Okay, so meaning to say the dy dx of this, okay, the dy dx of this is equals to, saya copy, saya letak jawapan kat sini dy dx is equals to 5 darab dengan, kalau you tengok yang ni 3x over 4x plus 2 power of 4 here. Power of 4, you can separate it become 3x power of 4 over 4x plus 2 power of 2, power of 4 jugalah, power of 4. Okay, then multiply with the derivative of 3x over 4x plus 2 tadi, which is equals to, yang ni, sama dengan yang ni tadi. Okay, which is equals to 6 over 4x plus 2 power of 2. Okay, and then dari sini, nampak tak kelas? Okay, there are something in common here. We have 4x plus 2 power of 4 and 4x plus 2 power of 2. 4x plus 2 power of 2. So, kalau ni kita ada kuasa x kuasa 2 dan x kuasa 3, katakanlah. Kita boleh simplify dia jadi ke x kuasa berapa? 5 ke 6? The power we add or we multiply? The power we add, right? So, x power of 5. Kalau yang ni lah, kalau yang ni maksudnya, for this one, then it become 4x plus 2 power of 6 lah. And then yang ni 5 darab dengan 6 dapat 30 darab dengan 3x power of 4. Okay, so this is our final answer. Yang ni jawapan kita, jawapan akhir kita. Kalau you nak pecahkan 3 kuasa 4 tu 27 darab dengan 30 pun boleh. Okay, pun boleh. Okay, so this is our final answer for example C. Okay, for example C. So we have solved A, B, C now. Okay. Okay, now we come to D. Kalau you tengok D ni, okay, this example D, Y equals to punca kuasa. Maksudnya everything here, x power of 4 cos 2x, everything power of half. So basically sama je nak solve for D ni. So power rule, bring down and whatever inside to differentiate. Okay, then there are things that inside to maybe you need a chain rule juga. Okay, so for D I leave it to you to solve. Is that fine? Okay, for your classwork submission, the last question for your classwork submission. So now we quickly proceed to E. Okay, for E the question is y is equals to z plus 4 power of 3 tangent z. Okay, so kalau you tengok this function, look carefully at the function. So this one, z plus 4 power of 3 tangent z. So is a multiplication or is a composite function? Ni, ada dua function ke ada satu function je sebenarnya kat sini? There are actually two function. One function is z plus 4 power of 3 and second function is tangent z. So maknanya dia adalah multiplication of two function. So in this case maksudnya kita kena guna product rule. So the product rule as usual kita guna u. So u is equals to z plus 4 power of 3 and I let my v equals to tangent z. So this one u prime, differentiate u respect to z lah now. Okay, u prime or du dz is equals to, first we bring down 3 and then the power z plus 4 power of 2. Then differentiate what is inside here. Okay, differentiate d dz for z plus 4 is actually nothing lah. Okay, where is actually equals to 1. Betul tak? Okay, it's just equals to 1. Differentiate z plus 4 okay, d dz. So you get the answer 3 z plus 4 square sahaja. And then v prime pula tangent z differentiate, you will get secant square z. That's it. Okay, so in this case maknanya dy over dz is equals to uv prime plus with v u prime kan. So it's gonna be equals to uv prime. uv prime. This one and this one. Okay, uv prime. So z plus 4 power of 3 darab dengan secant square Z tambah dengan VU prime. V is tangent Z darab dengan U prime is 3Z plus 4 square. Okay, so kalau you tengok this function, there are something in common which is Z plus 4. So in this case, you bolehlah factor out Z plus 4 power of 2 kan. Power of 2 lah sebab yang paling kuasa tak akan nak kuasa 3. Okay, because with the minimum we have here is power of 2. So factor out, you akan ada kat dalam ni Z plus 4 kuasa 1 lah kan. Because you keluarkan kuasa 2 tadi, Z plus 4 kuasa 2. Then secant square Z plus with, yang ni tak ada apalah because you have bring it out everything. Z plus 2 power of Z plus 4 power of 2. So maknanya tinggal 3 je. So 3 saya letak kat depan. 3 tangent Z. Okay. So maknanya jawapan kita, that is our final answer. Okay. Ataupun nak tulis lagi sekali boleh. Z plus 4 square. Okay. Times with Z plus 4 secant square Z plus with 3 tangent Z. Okay, so this is our dy over dz. Okay, so with this, we have completed example 12 with one question I bagi kat you all lah. Submit as your classwork submission together with other questions. As usual, the submission due is tonight. Okay. Alright, so with this, we have completed the chain rule section, and also we have done with today's asynchronous lecture. Alright, so that's all for today class, and do not forget to submit your classwork submission by tonight, and this coming Tuesday night 8:30 to 9:30 you're gonna have your test 1. Further announcement I will let you know in our WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and bye bye.